sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the New York Jets.
Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, and Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. Well, they lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, it's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And as Scout folks believe that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Right to the air goes Nix.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays in any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent, too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it. But otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go, Scott.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
Ball again on 2nd down.
And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
4 receivers in the formation here for a 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Fields.
And that will be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
The Broncos offense and veteran receiver Cortland Sutton getting set for their next drive. He had the touchdown grab on their opening drive, adding to his impressive season total as you check out the NFL leaders in touchdown receptions. And that nearly intercepted. The free safety rolling into position, almost had it, but it's 2nd down. Nix to the air.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And got his man complete.
Down to the 10.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter as they've got it second down and 12. Now Fields.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Make it 2 weeks in a row now. He's kind of been Johnny on the spot. A fumble recovered last week, and now 2 in a row.
Reminds me a little bit of an old teammate of mine. We used to call him the Vulture because he would swoop in and clean up after the play was made. But, boy, we said it with a lot of affection because he made a lot of game-changing plays by getting to the football that had been knocked loose.
What was your nickname, by the way?
Can you go get me some water, guy, please? The rest of us are
right. Too humble. Shrugs him off. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try to run through the Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Lutz with the extra point. And it's now 21-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I know quarterback Smokey and the Bandit here. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
To throw is Fields.
Shakes off the sand. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
Now it's Fields. They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
There's Hall bringing in another one.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Back to throw. Fields.
Taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So these two teams off to their locker rooms for intermission, and that means we go to Orlando. Here's Scott
Our
Hansen
tour around the
with our halftime
NFL
report.
starts now. We begin at MetLife Stadium. The New York Football Giants at home to take on the defending champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. And
right, Scott. Thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together.
Fields hit and the ball is loose. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. Still going. They can't stop him.
Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the...
And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there. With his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year.
And the Broncos will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Scotty, thank you as always. Well, likely 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
319.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter.
Here we go.
Fields now to throw.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
Here we go, Scott.
Fields.
Being chased out left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole.
A gain of 4.
Second down and 6 now.
Here we go. At the 47-yard line.
Here's Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked. Does the big boy have the juice? And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling.
Jets, nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for the
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw again on second down. Fields. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got
Fields hit and the ball is loose. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. That kind of puts the ball on what has been a complete performance, Charles. They're pitching a shutout on the other side in this offense. They've done their thing well, too.
Yeah, this game has been an all-out effort from them on every snap, and there's a good amount of pride on the line right now. They want to finish what they started. They want the shutout preserved.
Lutz good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
nothing.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. We focus our attention now on the Broncos defense. They have played a really good game. They're just looking for one final stop here and celebrate this victory.
And if you're on offense, you don't want them to have that satisfaction. You know that you're not going to win the game.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Throwing on second and long. Fields in trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Taking it about the 16. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And judging by our scoreline, they have 6-0 in their future as they look to grind this one down a little. He's got a man, complete. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5.
Wants to try to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
This is Lazard with a catch out left.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Boy, so what else could go wrong for him here? It's an illegal touching penalty on the outside.
Yeah, Brandon, that really wasn't a very disciplined play, was it? Because you got to know where you are on the field. You can't get that close to the sideline because if you step out of bounds, you can't be the first to re-enter and touch it. That's an easy call for the officials.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Broncos, that's now 5 wins on the campaign as they get the job done here. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.